The Clinton Foundation reportedly planning to turn over operations to independent entities and stop raising foreign and corporate donations if Hillary Clinton is elected the president. The foundation has faced scrutiny for accepting money from countries like Saudi Arabia and, of course, the pay-to-play allegations that continue to dog the campaign. RNC Chairman Reince Priebus responding, quote, "This effort to shield Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation after more than a year of controversy is too little, too late. The Clinton Foundation should immediately cease accepting foreign donations and return every penny ever taken from other countries, several of which have atrocious human rights records and ties to terrorism." Donald Trump would also face potential conflicts of interest if he's elected. Trump has said he would put his real estate and other businesses into a blind trust, most likely with his children as trustees. Governor Huckabee, they're getting religion now at the Clinton Foundation, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but, you know, after you've robbed every bank and 7-Eleven in town, what is there to do? You retire. You've got all the money. They've already shaken down every foreign government, every big corporation to say, oh, we're not going to take any more money. Well, big whoopee deal. What are you going to do with all you got?
They didn't even say that. They said if she's elected president, she won't take any more money. So what's to stop her from taking all the money now, and then once she's president, the favors come then? Theoretically, it doesn't make any difference.
So do we get like a blotter of everything that has gone on if she becomes president? I mean, shouldn't we get a list of, I mean, those emails that we
yes, probably no.
It was lost with those 33,000 emails. It was disappeared. I don't know what happened to it, just like that other stuff. The dog ate my homework.
It's fair to ask, where did the money go then? Where did it come from? What was it used for? If she's saying that as president she would change things, what's bringing that on, outside of the fact that we would expect you not to be taking in money from foreign entities if you're president?
You ready?
Yes.
I think they should never have had the foundation in the first place once she became Secretary of State. I think it was only going to be conflict of interest. The optics were always going to be horrible. I don't know why they did it, and I think that they should never have done it.
Julie, you know why they did it. It was to enrich themselves, both in power and purse.
Because
they're obsessed with money.
Because he could have done speeches, and by the way, that's also problematic when she was Secretary of State, but they're enriching themselves through speeches, not necessarily the foundation.
Well, from what I'm reading, didn't some of the money flow through the foundation to pay for some of those? I mean,
I
have speeches highly tied to expenses.
I have some of the stats. There were 60 companies that lobbied the State Department that gave $26 million to the Clinton Foundation. In terms of speeches, there were more than 24 companies and groups in one foreign government that paid Bill Clinton $8 million to give speeches when they also had matters in front of Hillary Clinton's State Department. 15 of them also donated $5 to $15 million to the Clinton Foundation. And in several instances, State Department actions benefited those who paid Mr. Clinton.
So that's why I say it flowed through, because it flowed through along one binary point: access.
And that's the problem. The problem is that when he left the White House, she became a senator. So she was voting on matters that were obviously affecting people that were paying him for speeches. I get that you're a woman, you're allowed to have your own career. You should have your own career. Your husband's career should not be tied to yours. But the optics of this were horrible. And when she left as Secretary of State and she started doing these paid speeches herself, knowing that she was going to run for president, and I think we all know that she was going to run for president, the fact that she did this, I remember saying this to actually a fellow Democrat, to a friend, why would you do this? The optics are so horrific.
So did no one tell her?
Well, I didn't tell her, but I certainly have said it publicly
before. This is a personality issue.
Right.
This is who they are, and what's going to change if she gets elected to the presidency. The last I read earlier this morning, Bill Clinton has still not come out and said, I'm not giving paid speeches if she wins the White House.
Well, he shouldn't. I mean, that's unacceptable, and he shouldn't, and he should do whatever a first gentleman would do, which is whatever a first lady does, which is pick an issue and run with it, the way Michelle Obama has with health, the way that Laura Bush did with literacy. I mean, that's what you do. And if you don't want to do it...
Jimmy Carter has been a great example of what to do post-presidency. I did not think he was a great president, but he's a great person individually and as a humanitarian. And I have to say that the way he's handled his post-presidency is far more commendable. He's done some things I don't agree with. He's said a lot of things I don't agree with, but he's stayed out of a scandal-filled line of trouble. That's commendable.
Yes, it is. A tale of two responses to tragedy. Donald Trump touring flood-ravaged Louisiana while President Obama continuing his vacation in Martha's Vineyard. So is this a case of bad optics? And what are the mainstream media saying? And then there's this.
There was nothing marked classified on my emails, either sent or received.
Just some of the words that could come back to haunt Hillary Clinton. What the House Judiciary Committee is planning to do in regard to her testimony last year about her email scandal and how it could affect her campaign heading into the fall.